2 will reach the edge of the deep space tunnel's umbra within 1 day. Our journey through the deep space tunnel begins. Destination is in the Orion arm of the Milky Way. Once the home of humanity, Earth. Activating course correction engine. The final countdown has been initiated.
This galaxy's name is derived from the old word philo. It's the most exquisite gem in deep space. Philos. Humanity remains shackled to time. Fortunately, there are other lives in this boundless, starry sea. Tonight's weather, clear sky with winds around 7 miles an hour. Everything is serene inside the deep space tunnel. Good night, Lincoln City. May you rest in the Milky Way's embrace, drifting in long and happy dreams.
As we embark on an irreversible journey, let us wield light as our sword to cut down the falling stars blocking our path.
As the cosmos dances to the tune of eternity, life will reach the fathomless depths of deep space.
The tide is about to rise. And this time, an oath will be sworn with Lemuria's blood. Let's reshape destiny.
Hello and welcome back for more Love and Deep Space. We are getting ready to dive into a mysterious deep blue hole to go treasure hunting with Raphael. So let's go do that. The protofield disappeared. In the depths of the dark blue sea, light sporadically flashes. Struggling to keep my eyes open, I can't find my way. I think we fell straight into the blue hole. I'll swim towards the light and see where it leads.
Don't swim. Stop. Now turn your head.
I do as he says. However, trying to turn while underwater is surprisingly difficult. A familiar warmth suddenly cradles the back of my head. Strands of hair gracefully drift into my view, and they're followed by a gentle kiss.
Try it.
Try what? My steady breathing is accompanied by the faint fragrance of fresh sea salt. It permeates my entire being. I'm taken aback. I can breathe? I'm not even choking on water.
Do you also want to see if your tears can turn into pearls?
Raphael carefully runs his fingers along the area around my eyes. He instantly conjures up a thumb-sized formula like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
The tide is rising. Come on, let's find my treasure.
The little fish affectionately rubs its belly against Raphael's fingertips. With a flick of its tail, it swims toward the depths of the blue hole, as if it were our guide. Is there really a hidden Lemurian treasure at the bottom?
Only the undercurrent beneath the high tide and the tiniest fish know its location.
I playfully poke the flammula swimming next to me. Unafraid, it swims closer and nuzzles my cheek. Why is the flammula sillier than the one outside? It doesn't even have a sense of caution.
It's not the fish's fault. It only dares to come close because you have a familiar scent.
Are you talking about when you kissed me?
Obviously, it's not just because of that.
As we head deeper into the blue hole, the undercurrents become more and more intricate. The light has disappeared. In Raphael's palm, a small flame materializes. It casts a gentle glow while fish playfully swim around it.
We're close to the entrance.
A force surges through the water. My heartbeat quickens, and I soon find myself tightly gripping Raphael's hand.
Are you scared?
I shake my head. I try to peer into the depths of the darkness with the help of Raphael's firelight. However, I can't find the source of that mysterious force. Good news, our target is probably in the same place.
And the bad news?
My diving knowledge is limited. The deeper we go, the stronger the undercurrent gets. How deep do we need to be?
After we follow the surging tide and pass through a crevice, we'll reach a hidden fjord. The undercurrent in the crevice will be even more chaotic. Make sure to hold on to me tightly when the time comes.
Suddenly, the undercurrent becomes stronger. It propels me forward wildly. When we come to a stop, we find ourselves in a deeper part of the sea. In a serene darkness, a gentle light emanates below. It grows brighter, only to dim. It's reminiscent of an aging heart's unhurried rhythm.
This is the island's cornerstone. It once bore the weight of Lemuria's past and future.
We slowly descend to the source of the light. Eventually, soft yet firm ground touches my feet. Flamula approaches Raphael's flame. It vanishes at his feet, and the fire disappears. The faint light fades only to flare up again. This...
It's part of Lemuria's long-lost Tome of the Sea God.
Under a tender radiance, the crimson seaweed on the seabed comes to life. They resemble a field of fire. We stand on a massive, thick stone slab. The engravings on its surface are the light source. Those glowing marks look like symbols. Legend has it that the Tome of the Sea God contains prophecies about Lemuria's future.
But this part speaks of oblivion, not the future.
Are you referring to how the world forgot about Lemuria's history?
It's not just that. There's also power. Those who borrowed power from the sea, but traded in the end. They mistook the sea's tolerance for submission, and forgot about its cruelty. But I remember, and I will reclaim this forgotten power.
Looks like that's where I come in, huh? What do you need me to do? Raphael takes my hand as he materializes a dagger.
Only those who have a bond with the sea god can awaken the tome. I need you to bear with me for a moment.
The dagger grazes my fingertip. A drop of my blood is quickly sealed in a tiny bubble that falls onto the vibrant red seaweed. The distant roar of a tsunami echoes in my mind, accompanied by immense glowing symbols swirling and materializing. They pierce my body and ascend. Fragmented images that are bathed in a golden glow, and a childlike voice break through the haze. They flood my mind.
You awakened me.
Whose memory is this?
Hey, are you listening? I'm not stranded. It's the waves. They're just too strong. Where I come from, if you say you like someone's scales, that means you like them. You humans are bold. We've only known each other for a day, and you're already thinking about our next meeting. Remember, we'll see each other again at this spot next year. This bond means you'll definitely come back to me. I'll always wait for you.
Then I too. The waves sweep away these fragmented memories. A cold breeze tinged with the scent of seaweed caresses my face, and I struggle to open my eyes. Raphael. Golden symbols pulsate with immense power. They surge into Raphael's body. With his eyes tightly shut and his face pale, he collapses into my arms. Raphael! The Flumulus swims past me, its tail leaving behind a trail of bubbles. My gaze follows it to the crevice found on the fjord's cliff. As a shield of golden light blocks the turbulent seawater around us, I tightly hold on to Raphael and swim toward the crevice. We leave the blue hole via a narrow gap in the seabed. When we resurface, we find ourselves in the ocean. There's a small island in the distance. A nearby ship gently rocks with the waves. It looks as if it's been waiting for a long time. Boarding the ship's hold, I look at its old mast and sails. I know this is the same ship that ran aground on the island. Raphael, are you okay?
Yeah.
After the Tome of the Sea God activated, what happened exactly? I remembered something, and when I returned to you, you were already... Raphael leans against the deck and sits. With his elbow bent, he props himself up.
I said I'll give you an answer. Give me like a minute to...
What's wrong? Did you get hurt?
No. This couldn't be considered gentle. It's getting... Stay back.
What's going on? Raphael?
A follower? Or just a lowly sacrifice?
You don't recognize me anymore?
Death. When the storm surges from the deep sea.
Raphael,
The
snap out of
sea
it.
god awakens. I have no need for triggers.
The authority granted me by the Ocean's Covenant, I order you to snap out of it.
You
Do you know who I am, Raphael?
Of course.
Struggling, I sit up and lean back against the cabin wall. I give Raphael a once-over. There aren't any scales or weird things. This is the Raphael I know.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Look.
He holds his hand out to me. The fragment in his palm emits a shining light that tugs at my heartstrings. A nether core fragment.
I think it was embedded in the tome. I was drawn to its power. It seems like we both received a gift from the tome of the sea god. But there's always a price to pay for something like that.
The waves lap gently against the hull and occasionally splash us. I wipe the seawater off my face and look at the murky ocean. This price you have to pay, what is it? Do you need to be a sacrifice? Or the sea god?
The dead deep sea and the sea god's power have been awakened. And since I accepted its power, I must answer its call. Even if certain futures have a predetermined end, I can't refuse.
The ocean pushes the old ship. Exhausted, Raphael rests in my arms and closes his eyes. I look down at him. My heavy heart is drenched, as if the wind and rain worked tirelessly to drown it. Does that apply to your future as well? The sails rustle, and we're carried deeper into the darkness. The boundless ocean is extraordinarily quiet tonight. After returning from Jewel Reef, I submit the unknown protocore fragment to the Association. While waiting for the analysis results, I receive an unexpected call from the Special Operations team about a new discovery. I sent a package?
Yes, you're the sender, and the mailing address says Jewel Reef. Inside it was a small device that was soaked in seawater.
The photo I get reveals a drenched palm-sized metal disc.
After analyzing the trace elements in the seawater it contained, we saw that they were a perfect match with the ones found in Jewel Reef's blue hole. And upon further examination, we noticed there was a radio frequency chip capable of attuning to metaflux fluctuations.
It can forcefully induce energy fluctuations? I have a feeling the incident from that day wasn't a coincidence.
The technology behind this is highly intricate, and currently, only ever, the leading authority in protocore energy technology has managed to achieve it.
Ever again.
However, it still has some limitations. For example, it can't be remotely activated, so...
The person who activated it must have been at the banquet. While I can acquire the guest list through the Association's intelligence network, I still choose to visit White Sand Bay. He's the only one who could send this item that was salvaged from the sea. He even used my name when handing it over to the Association. For the entire morning, dark clouds covered the sky. Heavy and gray, they almost touch the waves' crests as I look at them from a large window. The sound of a pencil against paper faintly resounds. The house's owner treats the news as nothing more than background music.
Many guests have gone missing from the island. Their current whereabouts remain unknown. The venue of the banquet, Jewel Reef, has been sealed off. There will be a further investigation into the...
The news report doesn't have any notable details. I walk over to Raphael and lean down to look at his sketch. The intricate lines outline fish and clusters of coral. The shadow lurking in the cave's depths appear to be harboring secrets. I stare at the shadow. As if compelled by an unseen force, I murmur to myself, "They're in the blue hole."
It's possible.
My words don't form a coherent sentence, yet Raphael understands and responds with a nonchalant chuckle.
Getting lost in the allure of treasure that they yearned for half their lives. It might be a sweet dream for them.
You know who those missing people are?
You also saw them.
Meeting his gaze, I'm silent for a moment. They're from Ever. There's no doubt that they created the device to lure in wanderers, but I don't have the chance to question the motives of those people who were involved.
Compared to those who willingly entered the blue hole, aren't you here for something more important?
Of course, that package.
Yeah, I figured as much. Maybe it can bring you closer to the truth you're seeking. As for the other thing, if you want to talk about that forgotten promise, you don't need to bring it up now. The weather's so bad today, and I'm not in the mood for a tragedy, you know. Why don't we talk about something cheerful instead?
Though the details of my encounter with Raphael remain hazy, I managed to retrieve a few fragmented, vague memories. During that year, I fell into a deep sleep for 3 or 4 days due to a high fever. When I woke up, I lost a lot of memories, and my meeting with Raphael happened to occur before I got sick. Raphael sighs and puts down the paintbrush.
You don't think I'm avoiding this topic because I'm trying to run away from it, right? You want to say you forgot a lot of things from your childhood because of reasons, but you're worried it'll come off as you not wanting to take responsibility.
Are you sure you don't have telepathy? Did you actually go to the beach to wait for me?
Are you asking about the year after that, or every year after that?
Observing my expression, Raphael appears somewhat resigned. Then he suddenly pokes my forehead.
You don't need to feel bad about it. I'm not dumb enough to actually wait for you every year, you know. But I did think about how to settle the score with you.
Raphael stands up and gently pushes me into a chair. He places my hand on his chest in a half-joking, half-serious manner.
The power within the Tome of the Sea God will protect everything that belongs to the sea. This includes our bond. If you can't let it go, why not just order me now not to hold a grudge over what happened back then?
Looking into his eyes, I realize he's sincerely asking me to do it. Well, I don't fully understand it yet. I'm pretty sure our bond shouldn't be used like that. You said that I would definitely come back to you, and you'd always wait for me.
Does our promise still mean something to you then?
According to the weather forecast, there will be a storm today. Everyone's been advised not to leave home unless it's absolutely necessary.
But you came here.
Because I know you're waiting for me. Raphael breaks into a smile and takes my hand into his palm. The heavy downpour descends, carrying with it a majestic force that seems to wash away all remnants of the past. The surging waves crash against the shore. Sea spray soars as if there's a fierce battle between the sky and the ocean. But in the end, rainwater and seawater will find their way back to each other. They will return to how they were before they parted ways. Right, so we've completed all this branch now, and yeah, lots of stuff happened. And also, I think, we're doing main story now. That's just because I want to not get behind on that. But it looked like this segment also had some backstory that was from some of the date content that I haven't done yet, because I haven't figured out what would be the best way to put the dates in here, or even if I should put them within the gameplay or just make them a separate playlist of their own. But I will think on that. We'll continue on with this. So next, the next one I think we'll do Xavier Branch next in the next episode. But then perhaps after this this story chapter, after we do Xavier's and then Zane's, I'll take a look at the dates to see if there's some I should bring in to catch us up on some backstory stuff that I just haven't played through here yet. If anyone's watching this and has any input on how they think that would be a good way to proceed with that, I'd like to know, like, what's a good balance between gameplay and then watching the movie content. If you're fine with how I'm going back and forth between them, or if you would prefer them as kept separately, so that you can choose one or the other if you're more interested in, or if you're watching this and you're watching this as somebody who already knows the story and everything, and you've seen all the dates, so you're not really missing information. You just like to see how I'm playing, and don't necessarily need to catch up on that stuff. If you have any input, let me know, and I will listen to it. Otherwise, I will continue on with this chapter, but I will take a look at least with Raphael, Xavier's, and Zane's early date content thrown in. I want to keep going through the main story to get Caleb brought back in, especially since we have a major, Caleb character that we're going to be using now. But I don't want to sacrifice, understanding what's going on with the original three guys, because they were the ones in the game. They were in the game long before Silas and Caleb came into the game, so they have a lot more early game content. So anyway, I will think on that, and but the next few episodes will be to continue on with these chapter branches. I'll do Xavier's branch next, and then Zane's. I guess it probably does. Originally I was thinking Xavier and then Zane's, because I might have to catch up on level up some of Zane's cards if we're going to be fighting with a character. But it looks like it forced me to just use preset cards. So anyway, so my current card levels probably doesn't matter. At least it certainly didn't in Raphael's. I imagine it'll be the same case in the others. But we'll still go with Xavier's next, because we've spent more time with Xavier than with James so far, since he's kind of our secondary team from Raphael, and he was our primary team for a little while, but then Raphael caught up and surpassed him. Okay, so anyway, yeah, okay, well, thank you very much for watching. So I will be back again soon. So take care.
Self-longevity.